I'm Casey Claiborne, and thanks for watching this CrimeWatch YouTube exclusive, where we're taking a look at some recent crime stories around Austin and Texas. I'm Casey Claiborne, and thanks for watching this CrimeWatch YouTube exclusive, where we're taking a look at some recent crime stories around Austin and Texas. Austin police are asking for the public's help identifying suspects from last month's dangerous street takeovers. On the night of February 18th, police say groups of people were street racing, doing donuts, blocking traffic, and setting off fireworks at 4 different intersections. Investigators say one officer was hurt and crowds damaged police cars. Several suspects have been arrested so far, and police are looking for help identifying 3 more, as well as a car. Fox 7 Austin's Angela Shin has the details.
Police have released these photos from the scenes of chaos on February 18th. The first suspect is wearing a dark-colored hoodie. The second one is wearing a camouflage hoodie. A third suspect is holding a green laser pointer. Officials are also looking for this red 2-door Nissan. Chief Joseph Chacon said in a press conference last week,
"My strong message to those individuals who want to do this, don't do it. You will find yourself arrested, your vehicles impounded, and whatever charges are applicable will be forthcoming."
Police say there could be a variety of charges for those involved in the street takeovers, including aggravated assault, deadly conduct, using laser pointers, and reckless driving. Chacon says the department doesn't have the staff to have one street takeover task force.
What we have to do is use these multidisciplinary, multi-departmental teams to come together, to operationally drill together, and prepare to be able to disrupt in a very controlled manner.
Other suspects have been identified, and police are working to get arrest warrants. You can submit anonymous tips through Crime Stoppers. You could get a $1,000 reward for information that leads to an arrest.
What we're hoping is that we're going to have better intel coming in ahead of time to be able to pre-deploy and to quickly quell any kind of sideshow events that might happen in the future.
Police are looking for a suspect in a fatal hit and run in North Austin. APD says officers responded to a crash between a bicyclist and a vehicle just after 8 p.m. on February 28th. The cyclist was crossing the intersection at Lamar Boulevard and Rutland Drive when he was hit by the car. The victim died at the scene. Police say they're looking for a white sedan that may have recent damage as a result of the crash. If you know anything about this fatal hit and run, call Austin Police. A Williamson County Sheriff's deputy helped put the investigative pieces together to catch 4 juggling suspects who were heading out of town. Fox 7 Austin's Meredith Aldis spoke one-on-one with that deputy about how he did it.
Jugging, when people watch someone go to a bank or ATM and come out with money, then they follow them, break into their car, and take the money.
This has become more frequent in the recent months throughout the Austin metro area, I would say almost daily.
Deputy Feldman says it happened in December in Cedar Park. A jugging incident turned into a robbery. Investigators say the suspects had been watching a small business owner. They followed them, assaulted and robbed them before fleeing.
I recognize the bank that the victim was followed from as a previous investigation of mine, knowing that it was kind of a similar incident from a similar bank.
Deputy Feldman was able to identify the suspects and vehicle descriptions, then contacted the Fayette County Sheriff's Office, letting them know the suspects were probably on their way to Houston. Fayette County deputies and LaGrange PD units stopped the 2 vehicles that were traveling together on Highway 71. The 4 suspects, John Carter, Roger Glenn, Sean Johnson, and Rodney Wilson, were arrested. Law enforcement found a large amount of money in one of the vehicles and surveillance equipment used to watch targets. A joint effort from multiple departments to catch these suspects.
Our investigative tools and abilities to investigate these offenses are getting better and better every day, and it's just a matter of time until you are caught.
Deputy Feldman was recognized for his work in solving this crime with a challenge coin.
I feel appreciative, especially in today's day in law enforcement, to be recognized for investigative aspects of the job and to be able to be recognized for that.
2 of the suspects are out on bond. The other 2 are still behind bars at the Williamson County Jail. Meredith Aldis, Fox 7 Austin News.
To Hays County now, where San Marcos police are looking for a hit-and-run driver. A 61-year-old man was injured back in January at the intersection of South Guadalupe and Cheatham Street, and the victim's family wants justice. Fox 7 Austin's Angela Shin has that story.
In this surveillance video, family members say 61-year-old Gilbert Alvarez is about to cross the street before being hit.
He basically had to drag himself out of the street, out of harm's way to prevent from getting hit by another vehicle.
Someone called 911 and first responders show up. His niece says he normally takes this route to do his morning routine, going to this bakery where he helps out. San Marcos police are looking for this suspect and this red or maroon Jeep. They say the SUV was seen at a fast food restaurant shortly after the victim was hit.
The fact that this person did this, ended up hitting a human being, and then drove off to get some food, that is just mind-boggling how someone can have the mind capacity to do that. I mean, I think they definitely need to, be in jail or something, because, I mean, that's heartless.
As Alvarez continues to recover,
he has been optimistic.
His family is urging the suspect to turn himself in.
Come forward, help us, get some justice for him, to the community and to us as a family. He's so important and we love him. We just want to see justice for him. He deserves it.
The family also says they would like to thank the person who called 911. We have a link to a GoFundMe in the link below the story, below the video. If you have any information about the case, call police. A Williamson County Assistant District Attorney has been suspended after being arrested on suspicion of drunk driving. Amanda Elaine Smith was arrested in Hewitt, a city just south of Waco, on February 24th. According to court documents, she sideswiped another vehicle, and when police asked Smith for identification, she instead handed them her work ID badge. In the affidavit, police say Smith was slurring her words and they could smell alcohol on her breath. Smith did consent to a blood draw after failing a field sobriety test. The result of that blood draw hasn't been released yet. McLennan County prosecutors have filed to recuse themselves because Smith previously worked in that county prior to moving to Georgetown. Smith was released from jail after posting $2,000 bond. As we mentioned earlier, Austin police continue searching for suspects 2 weeks after a large-scale street takeover blocked several busy intersections. But recently near Houston, yet another street takeover was busted by police there. Fox's Shelby Rose reports on what's become a dangerous trend across Texas.
Just after midnight Saturday, a group of cars are seen pulling into a parking lot of a business in Missouri City, taking part in what law enforcement calls street takeovers, recklessly driving, doing donuts, and burning out. Ironically, the business that captured this video sells auto parts. One of their employees spoke with us anonymously over fears of retaliation, saying he's frustrated with the growing trend.
Especially for someone that's in the car scene, it's kind of like a juvenile act. There's a huge risk to the public. There's a huge risk for personal life and property and things like that.
The group was only there for less than 10 minutes before the illegal street racing task force intervened, seizing 3 vehicles and making 4 arrests, including a 16-year-old. This isn't new to the city, but its popularity has grown exponentially.
I would say probably 2 or 3 years ago, it made its way to Houston, and even as something as central as like the Galleria, people were taking over intersections in the Galleria, throwing fireworks, all that kind of stuff, and it's just getting a little bit more bold and brazen. I will at least give this one credit for the fact that they weren't on a public street, but that really doesn't make it any better.
So much that earlier this week, Harris County officials came together to denounce street takeovers ahead of the Texas 2K, an annual racing event at the Houston Raceway Park.
We know that there will be incidental illegal street racing. We know that some may be planning takeovers, and we want you to know that law enforcement is ready for you.
And they plan to prosecute to the fullest extent of the law.
A lot of these guys look like they're younger guys, and they're going to have to learn at some point that their actions have consequences that they're going to have to deal with.
Last year, Harris County had nearly 1,000 street racing cases, with 850 currently pending in criminal court. Reporting in Missouri City, Shelby Rose, Fox 26 News.
Thanks for watching this Fox 7 Austin Crime Watch. Our exclusive Crime Watch stories run each Monday on Fox 7 Austin News at 9. Again, to learn more about the stories featured today, look for the links below the video. You can also find more stories on our website, fox7austin.com or subscribe to the Fox 7 Austin YouTube channel.